I hope I'm audible. I hope I'm visible. All of you are very well settled. Any questions? Any doubts? Good morning to all of you. So काफी लोगों ने अपना trade वाला submit कर दिया है. You have submitted. Most of you have submitted that thing on the trade thing. So just in case you have any doubts and questions, you can very well ask that also. So आज क्या करेंगे? Industry part is done. The industry part is done. So what do we plan to do today? Everyone? What is the plan? That is what we are talking about. Is everyone with me? Point out. Jaldi se. We have done one model of, I think we've done the model of Weber. Weber was done. Rostov was also done. Today we are going to start with agriculture, economic geography and agriculture. If any question on that, please ask. Two more minutes if you have any questions. So please give some feedback on the trade work. I did not complete till now. So could we trade wali class kal hogi? So I'm waiting for everyone to submit their trade work. International trade. We'll be talking about that. Resources trades tomorrow. So we'll be talking about that. That is what I'm suggesting and inviting everyone into. Himanshu kya keh rahe hain? Sir, please allow messages in the group. So I think till last evening it was on. Only night I had stopped it. Okay, so the permissions are given to post. If you have sent some work, you can post. Okay, then. So no more questions. 5 minutes have gone. Sir, it's good to submit only homework. I don't know what you're suggesting, Nilni, in this. So there are people who are submitting, and that's a good thing. So I do wait for students to do that. That's all that is happening. Excuse me. Even GS students will be submitting their answers today. In GS also, I'm going to give them a question. So that is where we keep it. As long as the submissions are on, we keep it open. I've decided to keep it open that way. Is everyone with me on this? So this is how I plan to keep it. Are we clear on this? Chali. So let us start with today's class. So today what we are going to talk about? Today we are going to talk about an economic activity, primary activity, agriculture. Normally I wait for 5 minutes for everyone to join in. Now that 5 minutes are over, we can start. So we are talking about agriculture, and in agriculture, our position is that it is an economic activity, and I think it is very visible spatially. Yes or no? Very visible spatially. So if you're flying on a plane and you look down, you would find, like at many places, things are, if you look down, you'll see big, huge, massive agricultural fields and all those things. So that is what we are saying, that this does happen. So this is an activity which is very visible. It has, can I say, spatial footprints, and something which has spatial footprints, it is better and it is wise. It is better and it is wise that in that we can do something called as aerial differentiation. Yes, sir. Good morning, Madhukar. Good morning to all the students. Aerial differentiation, remember how a phenomena is spatially distributed. So something which is visible, aerial differentiation ho sakta hai. Yes. Uske baad, can we have quantitative revolution also? Quantitative revolution means some models for agriculture. Yes. And agriculture is a very important mainstay for survival of human beings. Be it gives you food, be it that it gives you employment also. So can I say welfare also? So geography of agriculture can be seen in 3 ways. One is, how is agricultural landscape different across different places in the world? How is it different? Is everyone okay with this? How agricultural landscape is different across different places in the world? That is what we are going to do. Then we are also going to look at the model of agriculture. We would also be interested in looking at the model of agriculture. And in the end, we would be looking at agriculture, good agriculture. A good agriculture can ensure food security for a country. It can also secure nutritional security for a country. It can secure livelihood for a country. It can secure diversification of economy. Yes or no? And you can, who else, like would know it better than the people who are looking at the world today, where a war is causing a shortage of food grains in the world. Yes or no? A war which is causing logistic challenges for the movement of food products, edible oils, and everything that is happening in the world. True or not? ये तीनों चीजें, agriculture is being taught in economy also. But can you see, from what I see, geographically we can see that agriculture can be looked at from three approaches: the areal differentiation approach, the quantitative revolution approach, and the welfare approach. Okay. What are the topics in our syllabus? Well, in our topic, the topic is typology of agriculture. The topic is von Thunen's model of agricultural land use, and this is food, nutrition, famines. Do we get that? Everyone, a request to all of you, please check the update section of your course. I have in the morning uploaded material on typology of agriculture, which was given to us by Derwent Whittlesey. So Whittlesey नाम से एक फाइल डाली गई है, एक फाइल von Thunen के नाम से डाली गई है, और एक फाइल food, nutrition and famines के नाम से डाली गई है. Food is food security, nutrition and famines. Everyone, can you check that? Is it there? As I said, economic geography, lot of material needed, lot of scattered material is there. So I have tried to bring that material also, so that you have the material support also, and in the class you have the discussion support also. Discussion भी हो गया, और जैसा मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया, human geography is what something that cannot be taught. But human geography is something where topics can be covered, and you are given leads that wherever, whatever you are leading and whatever you are reading, आपकी समझ भी आ रहा है, आप उसमें ऐड भी कर रहे हैं. ठीक है? So people who are weak in general geography and who are finding it a challenge to write answers also, you can definitely join in the evening class also. Some people wrote a message to me, sir, मुझे answer writing practice because I did only recording classes of physical geography. Sir, can I do some live classes in GS? Can I ask some doubts there also? Yes, you can ask doubts in GS class also. You can participate in that answer writing also. But the only thing is, there I would be the concepts which I would be giving would be only more of the GS level. But your doubts will be taken there also. Get that? So this is an announcement for people who've been sending message that who have done physical geography in a recording and wish to do that in this. Okay. So let us think of typology of agriculture. Do we get that? To know the typology, we need to understand what is agriculture. What do I mean by agriculture? Get that? I would try to give you that idea also. But if I just assume that a little bit of some terms which come to your mind, if I ask you what are the different types of agriculture, so what would you write? If I say what are the different types of agriculture, then what would you write? Quickly. Commercial agriculture, primitive agriculture, intensive agriculture, subsistence agriculture, shifting agriculture. Perfect, perfect. So good that you know these words. Yes, this is about that. Yes, this is about that. And do you think, say for example, shifting agriculture, does it have a defined geographical address? Shifting agriculture, does it have a defined geographical address? So most people are saying no. My answer is yes. My answer is yes, shifting agriculture. Dushyant, I did not ask you synonyms. I said, does it have a definite address? My answer is equatorial rainforest. So that's an address. True or not? If I say commercial grain farming, does it have an address anywhere? Commercial grain farming, does it have an address? What is that address? Commercial grain farming in the world. Temperate grassland, absolutely correct, British. So if we have very clear addresses, map ban gaya, typology of world agriculture. Does it make sense? So pehla approach, the first way of looking at agriculture is from the areal differentiation, regional approach point of view. Which approach? Can I say regional paradigm? This is our original paradigm. पहले हम किससे देखें? Regional paradigm से देखें. उसके बाद हम और paradigms को भी देखेंगे. ठीक है? So let us first, most of us do not bother to know what agriculture is. So let me define agriculture for you. लिख लेंगे सभी लोग. Agriculture. It is a deliberate modification of Earth's surface. Or deliberate yes. So can I call it humanized landscape? Humanized landscape. Yes. So agriculture is an exhibit of possibilism. True or not? So deliberate modification of Earth's surface. But different agriculture practices, they vary from different people. Tribals have a different way. Tribals, non-tribals. So can I say it is humanized cultural landscape? Your culture will decide now what kind of impact you will have on that. So agriculture seen from a geographical point of view, not any other point of view, from a geographic viewpoint. That is what my definition is. So what is agriculture? A deliberately modified earth surface. Can I say industry is also the same? If I have to define industry, industry is also the same. True? Is everyone with me on this? So deliberate modification of earth surface, and this is what we are talking about. Involving cultivation of plants and rearing of animals. Cultivation of plants and rearing of animals. So rearing of animals को क्या बोलते हैं जल्दी बताओ? Animal husbandry बोलते हैं. Animal husbandry, पशुपालन. इसमें आप मुर्गी पालन कर लो, गौ पालन कर लो, whatever you want to. Cultivation of plant में क्या हो सकता है? From a hunter and gatherer, we started sowing, we started settled agriculture. Yes or no? Remember 10,000 years ago? 10,000 years ago. तो जहां पर हमने शुरू किया, wherever we started, the oldest places, the original places, those are called the agricultural hearth. Agricultural hearth means the oldest places, earliest places. जैसे East India and Southeast Asia. East India and Southeast Asia, or Andes, Andean belt, Andes. तो यहाँ पर इन्होंने क्या बनाया? Vegetative planting. Vegetative planting. Do you know what is vegetative planting? So these are hunters and gatherers. They don't know how to do agriculture. Okay. Now they have tapioca, yam. आपने सुना है? Equatorial rainforest में क्या होता है? Yam होता है, tapioca होता है, cassava होता है. ठीक है. तो ये सब क्या है? ये सब ट्यूबर क्रॉप है. They grow inside the earth like potato. ठीक है. So they had thrown a piece and that got buried and plant came out of it. समझ में? और आपने देखा some of the plants you have to cut them, थोड़ा सा उसे कट किया, उसका स्टेम को लगा दिया and the fruit comes out or the plant comes out. ऐसा भी देखा? Vegetative propagation आपने देखा? गुलाब का, बिल्कुल गुलाब की कलम आप लगाते हैं. गन्ने का भी ऐसे लगता है. Sugar cane also. So they are not attending classes, they are not civilized. अभी तो hunters and gatherers थे. तो पहला agriculture इन लोगों ने शुरू किया. कहाँ पर? East India and इधर. तो यहाँ पर इन्होंने क्या लगाया? Stems and roots. तो कौन सी क्रॉप आएगी? ट्यूबर क्रॉप, जो जमीन के नीचे उगती. याम, कसावा, पोटैटो खैर इधर नहीं आएगा, उधर इंडियन बेल्ट की तरफ आ सकता है. बट द आइडिया इज पोटैटो इज अ रबी क्रॉप, थोड़ा इसमें आता है. मुझे लगता है बनाना, ट्रॉपिकल एरिया, बनाना आ गया इसमें. इज एवरीवन ओके? तो एक लेवल और समवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड देयर वर सम पीपल who started doing agriculture, and those original ancient places, sources are called hearths, agricultural hearth, and this has happened. Get it? अच्छा, कुछ जगह पर at some places like Southwest Asia, Central America, Ethiopian Plateau, इधर इन लोगों ने एक नई चीज देखी. They did not see vegetative planting, they saw seed agriculture. That if you throw the seed and the plant comes out, और यहाँ पर क्या निकलता है? Wheat and barley. Do we get that? So not that it stops over here, but I'm saying where would, if we transport ourselves to the time when hunters and gatherers decided to settle down, what made them settle down? So ये जो ancient places, these are there, they are the original ones. Okay? Can I call them as the gene pools of the world? Remember, environment geography, we had a topic called gene pools and gene centers. True? Everyone please pay attention. The way I am teaching agriculture right now, there are multiple ways. There are multiple ways of looking at agriculture. Can you see? I am trying to look at the geography of it, the geographical viewpoint. So we are modifiers. So it is a possibilistic act. We convert a natural landscape into a humanized landscape based on our culture. Does it remind you of genre divide? So Indians are also doing agriculture. from Bihar. People from Bihar, West Bengal, they are also doing agriculture. People in Punjab are also doing agriculture. Are the two agricultures different? Why are the two agricultures different? Because the gender divide is different. True? Is everyone okay? And what will they convert it into? All Punjab fields will look like the same. All Bengal fields will look like the same pace. I hope you can understand. इसलिए वो पहले कराते हैं, basically do it first, so that as we grow in the course, we understand that. Is everyone okay with agricultural hearth? Is the word hearth okay? Is the word hearth okay? Sometimes the question comes. Some questions are related to cultural hearth. Do you understand cultural hearth? Means which cultures originated where? Cultural hearth. Everyone okay with this? So this is what it involves. It involves rearing of plants and animals. तो हर जगह पे तो same animal नहीं होंगे. Yes, alpaca is found in South America. Yes, alpaca is found in cattle. हमारे यहाँ पर हो गया. Yes, do you hear in history they say whether the cows were there in the Vedic civilization or not? Yes, in Vedic civilization we say the cow or the cattle was considered as this thing, status symbol. All those are the things which we are talking about. So somewhere I'm mixing history with geography, and I hope you remember all geography must be seen historically and all history must be seen geographically. Who said that? Herodotus, remember? Not Huntington Covey. Herodotus, the father of history. Yes, Kant said history is chronological, geography is chronological. So we have to bring that aspect also. So I am doing a spatio-temporal analysis with you. So involves this cultivation of plants and animals, rearing of animals to what? To obtain economic gains. True. So there is something about economy also involved in this. So once you grow, and second is you are into this. Is everyone okay with this thing? Agriculture. चलिए तो आगे बढ़ते हैं. So if I ask you what factors determine the agriculture type, or for a minute agri activities of a region. Quickly, I want to take a sheet, factors determining agricultural activities. Take a sheet and get me at least seven factors. Get me at least 7 factors. Okay. So what are the factors? So again, like when I would want, I think most of my students would have understood by now, it has to be physical factors and human geography factors. So definitely physiography, climate. Besides that, I think the edaphic factor is a very, very strong factor. The soil. Yes, no. I also believe water availability. So the physiography and climate, you can see that they're looking at that. So they will impact those things. I also believe that the growing season, length of growing season. Can I say that? So can I say your latitude? Can I also say your altitude? Well, altitude will impact what? Altitude will impact those factors of climate only. The pressure over there, the temperature over there, the humidity, rainfall, everything will be there. So I do see a lot of sense in that also. Physiography, climate, edaphic, water availability, growing season, altitude, everything is there. And since I'm talking about this, physical factors, can I say disasters? Yes. Physical factors, can I say the biodiversity over here? The gene pool, the various mutations which are possible, ecological interactions which are possible. True or not? So you want to grow apples and almonds in Delhi, not the best place to grow, yes or no? Everyone, can we see it may not be the best place to grow? So there might be challenges. So this is what I want everyone to keep in mind. बिल्कुल मधुकर, केमिकल प्रेजेंस जो आप कह रहे हैं ना, तो आप यू कैन से एडैप्टिक फैक्टर, वहां के मिनरल्स क्या हैं, सॉइल टेक्सचर क्या है, एंड एवरीथिंग, तो एडैप्टिक फैक्टर में आ जाएगा. सब आ गया. Now tell me everyone, if I was writing answer, I did not think of asking you this question before the class. As I said, no, like there are, I have seen teachers, they have standardized जो बोलेंगे वही जो बुक में होता है. मतलब I remember a teacher teaching me something in UPSC, and I could actually see that whatever he was speaking was written in the book also, exactly word by word, even comma also. So later on, I was talking to that teacher. He said, "ये book मैंने लिखी है. I wrote this book, and it has just become one with me." I said, "That's okay, but your book is also there. You are also saying the same thing." He's not reading out his book. It's memorized, totally committed to memory. Amazing, amazing work. I'm not denying that. But I said, sir, class mein aana matlab it's like a tape recorder going on. And if I miss the class, then the book is also there. So he said, yes, I don't want any student to miss on this. So that is why. And that approach is also fine, with all due respect to that person. Okay? But I personally believe that education is not just about content. It is about, bringing variability and even challenging. Agar koi mujhse puche factors determining, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 factors. And for everything, I can give spatial examples. Yes or no? I don't know how many of you were able to generate that. I want to pass on this capacity to you. I want to pass on this capacity to you, this imagination, quick recall, and weaving this web of ideas. तो उसके बाद आंसर लिखना तो हो जाएगा. And सच में बताओ मुझे, everyone tell me, when we were in lower classes, primary school, did our teachers not teach us like this? Think certain things, 5, 6, 7 ideas, and then build on that, and that's how you write. Everyone, honestly tell me. ऐसे था ना, हमारा belief था और हम करते भी थे. I don't know where that wire gets snapped, where that connection gets snapped. And suddenly we lose that beautiful graph which was rising like this. Possibilism turns into determinism, and we say, sir, can you tell us what is the important topic? We'll read only that, we'll cover only that much, and then numerous things happen. True or not? कब हुआ मुझे नहीं पता, but I say universally it happens. Universally it happens. And for me though, it is like like going and knocking and telling you what species you are. All my students, सुनो बे, तुम इस species के हो, you are a human species, and the best thing is this, that you can think. True or not? Madhukar is saying we are engaging more on other things. I understand, Madhukar, but I'm saying that should not take your innate ability. That is what I'm saying. Anyways, so now let us give it to human beings. So human beings, can I say there's human beings and the agriculture, what factors they are? So I'm saying their ability or skill level. Yes. Some are still primitive. Some are sophisticated technology. So technology, equipments make a difference or not? Primitive people, आपको पता है, primitive people वो ऐसे लकड़ी लेकर from a stick they are digging, and modern tools will totally create a lot of things in agriculture. So very, very different ability. Can I also say capital? Can I say inputs, agricultural inputs? Different places have different inputs, say in terms of seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, equipments, agricultural implements, whether you use tractors or you use bullock cart or ox and all that. Power. How much of energy do you use? Petrol, diesel power or not? Energy. Different or not? Will it be different? I also believe that it is to do with post-harvest activities. True. So in India or in developing countries, you do it for your own consumption. What do we call it? Subsistence. For market, commercial, you can preserve it, you can do many things, you can even go for a globalization. So many points are possible. So if somebody asks me about agriculture, so it makes sense that agriculture is a very diverse activity. Could be saying colonization promoted, तो मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि कैसा आपका setup है, ecological, economic setup, and all those things, they decide what you are, where you are, how things are going to happen. I hope everyone is with me on this. Everyone clear? Are we clear? If you have any doubt, please ask them. Clear? चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं फिर. Do you know if somebody has to find out what is the most typical human being in agriculture? Most typical human being. If I take all the agriculturalists of our world, they tell me the most typical human being on the earth is an Asian subsistence farmer. If you say, give me a representative sample of a human being on this planet. So will he be a corporate? Will he be a student? Will he be a teacher? So it came out that a farmer is the most typical one. What kind of farmer? Unfortunately, subsistence farmer, where Asia and more than 40% of world's population is in farming. So more than 40%. Well, yes. If you ask me, more than 50% in Asia and Africa, and you'll be surprised, less than 2% in US and Canada. See the funny part. More than 50% of the population is in agriculture in India, And Canada, which is less than 2% of its population, Canada becomes a big producer of corn in the world. Imagine, big producer of cotton in the world. So you can see the huge difference. उनके पास ability, technology, capital, सब कुछ ज़्यादा, post harvest भी ज़्यादा है. True. I personally feel that this is injustice also. That everyone is in agriculture, they're putting in all that effort. Some people will not get the fruits of their effort. In developing countries, they don't even get remunerative prices for their product. And in the developed countries, through their implicit subsidies, these farmers are living amazing lives. Yes or no? कौन सा बादाम खाते हैं आप? बादाम. कैलिफोर्नियन आमंड आता है नहीं आता है? कैलिफोर्नियन आमंड कैलिफोर्निया से आता है. Do you know even Kashmir is not growing Kashmiri apples? वो भी अपने हाइब्रिड बाहर से ले लिया उसका सीड. मोर प्रोडक्शन, छोटा ट्री होता है वॉशिंगटन एप्पल्स. ट्रू. थिंक अबाउट इट. वहां जिस चीज में हाथ डाल दोगे सोना है. You put hand in agriculture product, सोना. You put hand in any work, it will be there. Your work, your efforts will be rewarded. Even if you are a nurse, a male nurse or a female nurse, a housekeeper, a cleaner, a welder, a painter, whatever. Every job is respected and every job is paid. There's a lot of dignity to life. Think about it. A lot of dignity to life. Unfortunately, in India, we attach dignity and reputation to a post and salary. Yes or no? To a post and salary. Post is because certain jobs are there. So there are large patches of farmland. That is one of the factors to yield more. Madhukar, I want to tell you, your information is very limited. These large patches are not known for high yield. Commercial agriculture is not known for high yield. ये तो मैं आपको बताऊं. आपने जिसलिए हम पढ़ा नहीं होगा. Production तो ज़्यादा है. But these are generally extensive commercial. They are not intensive commercial. Intensive कहाँ होती है? इंडिया में होती है, चाइना में होती है. So these people have huge piece of land. They are not in this, और इनका per capita output ज़्यादा होता है. But land का yield इतना ज़्यादा नहीं है. समझ रहे हैं? तो ये तो आपको अंतर समझना होगा एग्रीकल्चर का. और फिर ये क्या है, आपने कॉमन सेंस वाला पॉइंट मारा, इसलिए आपका हो जाएगा. आपको बुक नहीं पढ़ते मधुकर. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. आई होप इस कोर्स के बाद आप ये चीजों का ध्यान रख रहे हैं और चेंज कर रहे हैं. चलिए, सो लेट अस कंटिन्यू विद एग्रीकल्चर टाइपोलॉजी. ओके, तो किस किस का नाम यहाँ पे लिया जाए? सो वन इज, आई विल टेल यू समथिंग अबाउट दैट. सो 1890s में कुछ नाम भी लेने वाला हूँ. 1890s में जी चिसोम, correct? Then 1930s में H. Engelbrecht, and 1936 में Whittlesey's regionalization. Derwent Whittlesey was the name. Regionalization. Please remember names. इनके marks मिलेंगे extra. The names will be coming. Paper 1 is about theory. Paper 1 is about scholars. So human geography में marks के लिए ये चाहिए. I want to tell you a simple analogy which will help you understand many things, which I want to tell you. So first thing, everyone, please pay attention. Pure science. When people are opting for optional, I generally like to talk about this. Pure science. What is the proof of gravity? What is the proof of condensation? What is the proof of gravity? Sir, you can experiment. True or not? You can experiment, sir. Drop anything, it will fall on Earth. That's gravity. Condensation. Well, you can experiment, sir. Cool any vapor below its condensation point. What will happen? It will condense. So this experiment can be done in which part of the world? Universally, anywhere. Wherever you have a lab, sir, you can conduct this. This experiment is very normal, sir. Please do this. Is everyone okay? So experiment bhi ho sakta hai. Everyone is with me, and I also see that makes sense. True. Now I'm saying agriculture is impacted by climate. Impacted by climate. True. बताओ फिर. How can I prove this? How can I prove this? इसका experiment है. Well, I want to tell you, mushrooms grow in a cool climate. Grow in a cool climate. Around 14 to 18 degrees Celsius is the temperature that is needed for mushroom. खेती के लिए बता रहा हूँ. You can grow mushroom even in Rajasthan. In a room where you have AC. True or not? Experiment failed or not? Experiment failed. Whatever I'm saying, you're saying human geography, like this thing is happening because of this. So Weber says that industrial location happens because man is rational economic man. I can show you people who are irrational. True or not? So the problem is social science में experiment तो होता नहीं है, तो फिर how do you prove? How do you prove? Most of your science students, so we are used to showing what? Derivations. Do you do derivations? And in the end, what do you do? LHS is equal to RHS. True. So somebody said, sir, human geography में अभी सर वो confidence नहीं आ रहा. क्यों नहीं आ रहा? I told you don't have the tools. Here, how do you prove? You yourself, after writing the answer, you feel, is this good enough? Only saying assumption in social science. I don't know what assumption you're taking. So if you assume that it is constant, that everything is constant, well, then that is no proof again. There is no proof. कुछ तो तरीका होगा ना? कुछ तो तरीका होगा. Your wants are the source of your misery. Your wants are the source of your misery. Do you have a proof of this? Do you have a proof of this? Do you agree with this? Your wants, your needs are the source of your इच्छाएं हमेशा समस्या की जड़. True. What is the proof? What is the proof? People who don't have wants, who don't want anything, they are also unhappy because I don't want anything. ऐसा भी है कि नहीं? Rich man, ना कोई उमंग है, कुछ नहीं है. True or not? How do I prove it? Wants are source of your misery. Can I say your wants, needs? उसे कहते हैं necessity is the mother of invention. ये भी सुना आपने? True. अब क्या करें? Problem? So in science, whatever experiment is there. So in science, how do we get our marks? 0 or 10 out of 10. This is how we get our marks. Yes or no? Wrong answer, 0. Right answer, 10. Sometimes we do wrong answer, but we write LHS is equal to RHS and the teacher is not paying attention. He gives us by mistake marks 10 on 10 also. Yes or no? But in this, nothing is right, nothing is wrong. It's a very big problem. True. So if I'm talking to you, I say needs are the source of all misery. Mr. Sachin sir, keep your ideas to yourself. Do you know necessity is the mother of all inventions? Then what will happen? We'll pick up a fight. We'll pick up a debate, yes or no? Science में वो debate नहीं होता. You know what I'll do to avoid a debate? You know what I can do to avoid a debate? Needs and wants may be amazing things, may do wonders in the world, may cause inventions or not. But I believe in Buddha, who said, needs and wants are the source of all misery. अब ये आप मुझसे नहीं लड़ सकते. True or not? Many people believe that it is needs and wants which have caused human beings to rise. But today, I feel I am more of a believer of Buddha, who says needs and wants are the source of our misery. Do you get that? So moment I start my topic, and before that I give you the names. Don't jump off the cliff. These are your saviors. तुम्हारी मोहब्बत ज्योग्राफी से कितनी पुरानी है? How long has been the love affair with geography for you? 2 months, 3 months? You are nobody in geography. Why should I believe you? But these people have spent life in that. These people worked on that. They acquired that credential. If Coppen had said something, if Thornwhite had said something, if Davis has said something, उनकी इज्जत है. आप बोलेंगे, no, with time, erosion happens. The structure process stage. That is what is important. Is everyone with me? समझ में आया? तो बीच में ऐसे जो है कनकन कूदा एकदम से, अरे सर इतने सारे नाम कितना खतरनाक है. समझ में आया? ये तुम्हारे फ्रेंड्स हैं. Everyone. How many of you remember few formulas of trigonometry? Were those formulas your enemy or your friends? Friends, no. So who are these people? Your friends. अगर इनको लगा डाला तो लाइफ जिंगा डाला. कहाँ पर? आंसर में. Now, some people who do not know the role of the name of a thinker or this thing, for them, this is show off. So they will unnecessarily load names. That's called dropping names. मुझे आंसर नहीं आता, लेकिन चिसोम, एंगल ब्रेक, ये लिख रहा हूँ. And some people even fake names. ये सुन, देखो जहां पर भी हो ना, जॉन लिख देना, जॉन विक लिख देना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. माइकल लिख देना. और बच्चा नया नया आया, remember, new fellow, UPSC preparation, sir, so many years. Wow, this man is amazing. So first thing you go to their class, they will say, mug up what I'm saying. Never question me. I know it all. Suppose you forget it, then these are the most common names. इनको लिख देना उधर, and you will get marks. Many of my students have become IAS by this. There is no empirical proof of this statement. It is an absolute false statement that people have cleared exam because of this. Maybe some name here and there that fellow had character to write answer, but enemy क्या जाता है? Who's checking it? Yes or no? Who is checking the media, whatever claims they are making? Unfortunately, coaching teachers in these offline centers are giving all this crap. And why does it sell? It sells because of fear. It sells because all of us are looking at shortcut. Why did I come for coaching? Why did I come for coaching? I gave you money for shortcut. Sune, I never advertised shortcut. Please come here. Did I advertise for that? I advertise for geography. Come learn geography with me. Who said shortcut? नहीं मैं जा रहा हूँ shortcut. तुझे जो cut short करना कर ले. Your journey to civil services is cut short. You don't even realize that. It's absolutely okay. I have no issues. Do we get that? Please write down agriculture typology of the world. Give the heading और इन लोगों का नाम भी लेंगे. कुछ dictation कर रहा हूँ. Some dictation I'm giving you, so please write down. Everyone. One of the longest established theme in agricultural geography. One of the longest established theme in agricultural geography is the study and analysis of agricultural regions. Study and analysis of agricultural regions. In fact, this approach is highly suited. In fact, this approach is highly suited. This approach is highly suited to the discipline of geography. To the discipline of geography, which Richard Hartshorne imaginatively defined as an accurate, orderly, and rational description and interpretation of the variable character of Earth's surface. So what is geography? It is describing that. Yes, sir? A study of agricultural landscape precisely does. A study of agricultural landscape precisely does what this definition hints at. Precisely does what this definition hints at. Agriculture and allied activities. Agriculture and allied activities have a wide spatial expanse. And by classifying them into different types, a geographer as well as an agricultural planner not only makes the study simpler, but also use its findings as important planning inputs. Is everyone with me on this? Planners across the world, including global agencies like FAO. Planners across the world, including global agencies like FAO, require an analysis of agricultural data while planning for issues like food security, agricultural productivity, nutrition levels, etc. across different regions. Thereby making the task of creating agriculture typologies an important one. So first of all, I've created a context कि हमें क्यों पढ़ना चाहिए, why is this important? So everyone, you can see that this is important for all these reasons. This is important for all these reasons. So typology is an important one. I hope you get my idea. Okay? Next paragraph. However, presently there is no universally acceptable. Presently, there is no universally acceptable agriculture typology. There is no universally acceptable agriculture typology. This is due to the fact. This is due to the fact. Can anyone tell me why we don't have a universally acceptable typology? Social science नहीं बोल भी, social science की बात नहीं है. Tell me one thing: the agriculture that was practiced in India in colonial times and the agriculture which is practiced in India today, are they the same? With the growing food demands, the agriculture in India post-independence and post-green revolution, has it changed or not? With the introduction of biotechnology, has it changed or not? With a policy decision by Gotabaya Rajapakse and an announcement to go all organic, can it change overnight or not? नहीं. Topography and climate तो fix है. Topography and climate are more or less fixed. You grow your crops as per the prevailing climate. But today I'm saying, because of policy, because of other things, agriculture changes. Because of lockdown, so many people started doing urban farming or not? Did you hear of hydroponics? Yes. With the increased urbanization, are those things being produced more which are having more acceptance in the urban markets? Yes. अब लौकी, तोरी, टिंडा, ये सीजन चल रहा है कि नहीं आजकल? और कंपेयर टू देम आजकल चेरीज भी बिक रही हैं, हर जगह पर, हर मार्केट में चेरी मशरूम बिक रही है कि नहीं? वेजिटेरियन पीपल, यू नॉट हैविंग चिकन एंड मटन, तो क्या कर रहे हो? मशरूम एंड पनीर. फोकस उसी पर है, मशरूम पनीर. लोगों ने आजकल सैलेड खाना शुरू किया है. सैलेड खाना, पहले क्या खाना था? खीरा, गाजर, मूली, 3 थिंग्स. टमेटो ऑल्सो. आजकल क्या आ रहा है? टमेटो आ रहा है, छोटा टमेटो, चेरी टमेटो. यस. जुकीनी, ककड़ी भी खाया करते थे. यस. चीजें बदल गई कि नहीं आ रहा? तो खीरा ककड़ी की जगह आ गया जुकीनी. समझ में नहीं आ रहा जुकीनी है. लेट्यूस, इतना बर्गर में खाया वो पत्ता खा रहा है, लेट्यूस. विल इट कम और नॉट? एवोकाडोस, रिच फ्रूट्स, यस. ऑलिव्स, हमारा खाना नहीं है, खाने में ऑलिव खा रहा है. ट्रू और नॉट? जामुन खाता समझ में आता है, फालसा खाता है समझ में आता है, ऑलिव खा रहा है. ट्रू. There are many who don't even know what is falsa, what is shetut, and what is lokat. All those fruits are gone. Market में जो आ रहा है वही बिकेगा. True or not? So what we are saying is that agriculture is so dynamic. It is so dynamic that putting it under certain categories is not easy. और वो बोलो आप universally apply होगा, will it change or not? True or not? So it is not easy to protect that. Put that. So फालसा का जूस, अरे फालसा का जूस, और फालसा में जान कितनी होती है जो उसका जूस भी निकालेगा. चलो. आगे लिखो, फालसा का जूस निकल कर आया. दिल्ली बोला हमारे यहाँ होते हैं. मैं कौन सा पाकिस्तान से हूँ भाई? मैं भी तो यहीं से हूँ, यहीं के बता. I'm not talking about the fruits in India, but I'm saying urban areas. एवोकाडो तो नहीं होता ना आपके यहाँ पर. अर्बन मार्केट्स में एवोकाडो दिख रहा है. ट्रू और नॉट? हर जगह चेरी स्ट्रॉबेरी तो नहीं होती ना, दिख रहा है. जुकीनी तो नहीं खाते हो? सही पता ही नहीं जुकीनी, तब से आप कहे जा रहे हो जुकीनी जुकीनी जुकीनी. अब ढूंढ लेना व्हाट इज जुकीनी. ठीक है. धनिया पत्ता खा लेते. सेलरी क्या होता है समझ नहीं आया मुझे आज तक. ठीक है. कहते खाने में अब इसमें सेलरी डाल दो, नहीं हो तो धनिया डाल लेना. ये सही लग रहा है मुझे, धनिया डाल लूंगा, सेलरी का मैं क्या करूँ? ट्रू और नॉट? सर जुकीनी क्या है? तो जुकीनी आज की डेट में आज का खीरा है, शहरों का खीरा है जुकीनी. यस. तो आप कितना कुछ वो बेबी कॉर्न कितना आ रहा है? जब आप वो इटालियन खाना खा रहे हैं और उसमें यू विल फाइंड अ लॉट ऑफ एक्सोटिक वेजिटेबल्स कमिंग इनटू दैट. ठीक है. आगे बढ़े. हम लोग तो उसी पर गए. और किसने कहा था आंसर? बिकॉज़ इट इज सो टाइपोलॉजी, देयर इज नो यूनिवर्सल टाइपोलॉजी. ऐसे लिखा है मैंने, क्या लिखा है लास्ट जल्दी से बताओ. व्हाट वाज आई टेलिंग? देयर इज नो यूनिवर्सल टाइपोलॉजी. ऐसे लिखा है. ओके. ड्यू टू द पे छोड़ा था क्या मैं? आई थिंक आई कंप्लीटेड द सेंटेंस. ओके. Okay, due to the fact. Okay, this is due to the fact that, please write down. This is due to the fact that agriculture is a dynamic activity with high spatio-temporal variations. Dynamic activity with high spatio-temporal variations, and it is not possible. It is not possible to put it under fixed universally applicable categories. However, despite this limitation, despite these limitations, some scholars have tried to despite these limitations, some scholars tried to classify global agriculture, and one of the earliest and most significant work was done by Derwent Whittlesey. One of the earliest and most significant work was done by Derwent Whittlesey, who devised a comprehensive classification, build upon the works of his predecessors. Who are predecessors? जो उनसे पहले काम कर गए. Works of his predecessors, in bracket G. Chisholm, classified agriculture based on goods produced. तो क्या क्रॉप्स हैं एंड एनिमल्स की एक लिस्ट आ गई. So he classified the world agriculture in wheat region, rice region, crop region. Do you understand? Crop region, animal region list. एक बड़ी सी लिस्ट आ गई. Who had done this? Chisholm had done this. And his another predecessor is H. Engelbrecht. He published a map of agriculture zones of the earth having 12 types of farming. So world has 12 types of farming. So two people had done this work before him, and here we see that Whittlesey improves on that, and Whittlesey's classification is also coming out. So kab aaya Whittlesey's classification? 1936. So this is a comprehensive classification that builds upon the work of his predecessors. Is everyone okay? So the idea of agricultural classification is in your mind. और इससे पहले मुझे बताइए और किस चीज की classification आपने देखी है? Have you heard of climatic classification? Yes or no? Have you heard of landforms classification? Different landforms in different categories. Have you heard of soil classification? Have you heard of ecosystem classification? Terrestrial and all that. So there are many classifications. What do? Simplify. आपने mountain किया बेटा, वो landform में आ गया ना. कौन लिख रहा है ये mountain? जिसने भी लिखा था शिवाजी. Types of plateaus, types of plains, type of these things. You've already looked at that. So simplify. So here we have done this. So what are we going to do? Next heading is Whittlesey's agricultural classification. So please write down. In an attempt to give a comprehensive scheme of classification. In an attempt to give a comprehensive scheme of classification, Whittlesey did not restrict to a single variable in classifying. Remember, Chisholm ने किस पे किया था? Crop type पे कर दिया. तो क्या बनेंगे आपके regions? Crop region ही बनेंगे. True or not? So your variable is crop type. Some people do it livestock type. So the cow region, the cattle region, the goat region, so they will have those types. Is everyone okay with that? So he said, no, I will not restrict myself to just one type. What will I do? I will be broad basing it. Get that? So Whittlesey did an empirical study. Of the leading agricultural practices across the world, and identified five functional forms. In bracket you can write it as criteria to classify agriculture. So not one criteria but 5 criteria. It is based on 5 parameters. Criteria or parameters. Okay, please write down. These functional forms include the following. Number 1, crop and livestock combination. Number 2, level of technological development. Number 3, intensity of land use. Number 4, processing and trading of agriculture output. Number 5, types and association of buildings and other farm structures. Everyone with me in this? तो ये क्या है? ये criteria. So crop and livestock combination can be, like wheat, rice, barley, cattle, goat, sheep, camel. Yes or no? This is the basis. This is the basis. Level of technology. Level of technology. Primitive technology. Primitive technology क्या होता है? You don't have any developed technology, no inputs and everything. No means technological inputs. You are through your traditional methods. So it can be traditional methods versus modern technology, biotechnology, and other things also. Intensity of land use. Intensity of land use is how intensively you use it. So अभी किसी ने बात किया था कि sir, these what are these temperate grasslands have a high yield. Yes, do they have a high yield? So I said they don't have high yield. Their intensity, they are not using it intensively. एक ही बार फार्म करेंगे 2-3 फार्मर्स एंड एंटायर ह्यूज एकर्स, वो उसमें बहुत इंटेंसिव इनपुट नहीं डाल रहे. लेकिन इंडिया में जब होगा इंटेंसिव फार्मिंग होने वाली. हमारी कौन सी? इंटेंसिव सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मिंग. सब लोग लगे कब निकलेगा पौधा, कब निकलेगा, ओके पेड़ बड़ा हो रहा है, कितने मैंगो है, रोज काउंट कर रहा है. ट्रू और नॉट? इधर दे आर नॉट काउंटिंग एनीथिंग. मिला मिला, वेस्ट हुआ. So what we are looking at is they are extensive commercial, we are intensive subsistence. Do you understand? So how many times you use the land in a season, that is what we are talking about. I hope everyone is okay with this. Next, processing and trading of agricultural output. Processing and trading of agricultural output. What do you do with the output now? What do you do with the output? Do you eat it? Subsistence. Do you sell it in the market? Commercial. Yes. Do you process it? Food processing. Many things. Does it vary from place to place in the world? Yes, sir. He's going to look at those regions in the world. And types are an association of buildings and other farm structure. So आपके farm में क्या है? You have an agricultural area, you're farming, but वहाँ कोई building भी तो है. So what building do you have? So what do you mean by building? So everyone please tell me. Building का क्या मतलब है? Farm में कोई building होती है? Agricultural farm में have you seen any building? No sir, I haven't seen it. तो सौरभ कह रहे हैं ग्रेनरी हो सकती है ना, somewhere to store the grain. Okay, ग्रेनरी हो सकती है. और क्या हो सकता है? If you are into animal husbandry, maybe a cold storage. पॉसिबल नहीं सर, कोल्ड स्टोरेज नहीं. अपना जितना भी ग्वाला होता है उसके पास इतना थोड़ी है. सीड बैंक. सीड बैंक क्या होता है मधुकर? ग्रेनरी तो हुआ, बीज तो है. हमारे यहाँ कौन सा सीड बैंक होता है? अपना गेहूं बचा लेते हैं, उसी से वो करते हैं. सो एवरीवन, इन अ डेवलपिंग कंट्री वी डोंट सी मच. और हम क्या देखते हैं? वो प्लेसेस वेयर हम हे स्टैक करते हैं ना, भूसा भर के रखते हैं एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. आर दोस थिंग्स देयर और नॉट? तो वो सारी चीजें हम करके रखते हैं. वी डू ऑल दोस थिंग्स. बट व्हेन यू गो टू द वेस्ट यू विल फाइंड अ लॉट ऑफ फार्म स्ट्रक्चर्स. यहाँ पर वो रेस्ट करेगा, यहाँ पर प्रोसेसिंग हो रही है. ओके, दिस पार्ट प्रोसेसिंग इज हैपनिंग, दिस पार्ट स्टोरेज इज हैपनिंग, दिस पार्ट इज कोल्ड स्टोरेज, दिस यू विल रेस्ट. अपने तो मोस्टली फार्म में एक ही चीज होता है, स्केयर क्रो होता है कि नहीं होता है? वैसे खड़ा हुआ पुतला बन के, इतना ही आता है. इनफैक्ट वी आर so many people disguised unemployment that sometimes you don't need a scarecrow. खुद भी खड़े रहते, क्रो आया तो क्रो को भी थप्पड़ मारते. इधर they have a lot of things, huge farm and huge diversity of farm things. So that is what we are looking at. Is everyone okay? है ना? चलिए ठीक है. तो अब हमें क्या करना है? What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? We are supposed to identify something. What? The agricultural types. So everyone fresh page लेंगे. सब लोग fresh page ले लिया? Have you taken that? 16 types है. ऐसे लिखोगे, ऐसे लिखोगे. Turn it around. Turn it around. Take a fresh page, turn it around, and we are going to write the 16 types. Is everyone with me on this? तो हम लोग क्या लिखने वाले हैं? 16 types हम लिखेंगे. Whittle says agriculture types, 16 types. because I have to do some exercise on this side also. So make sure you turn your notebook to this. लिख लें 16 तक 1 2 3 ऐसे तो ना हो पाएगा, तो बहुत कर रहा हूँ मैं. You have to fit in 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10 12 13 15 16. Is everyone okay? So what is this based on? Everyone, what is this based on? How many factors? This is based on how many factors? 5 factors. And what are those factors called? Criteria होना चाहिए. उसने उसको क्या कहा? These are functional forms. जो भी कहना चाहता था, he could have named it Sonu Monu Papu. He called them functional forms. So पहले मैं लिख रहा हूँ nomadic herding. Nomadic herding and shifting cultivation. Is everyone okay? Nomadic herding and shifting cultivation. So who are these nomadic herders? Can I call them the hunters and the gatherers? Hunters, gatherers, pastoral, nomads. कहाँ पर मिलते हैं? Where are they found? हो सकता है अभी drylands में हो. They might be in the drylands, or they might be in the areas of very cold lands. True or not? So I think pastoral nomad कहाँ पर? Pastoral nomad कहाँ पर है? Bedouins. बिल्कुल सही कहा नीलनी ने. So North Africa और एशिया में पेस्टोरल नोमैडिज्म है. आपने कहा बेदुइन्स, और इंडिया में आपने सुना बंजारे. बेदुइन्स, बंजारा, पेस्टोरल नोमैड. आपने गुजर बकरवाल भी सुना होगा, वो भी तो मूव करते हैं, है ना. यहीं पर आपने किर्गिज सुना है, याकूत सुना है या नहीं सुना है? किर्गिज, याकूत. हंटर्स कहां पर है? हंटर्स मोस्टली हंटर्स अभी भी आप देखेंगे साउथ अमेरिका, अफ्रीका, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया का ट्रॉपिकल रीजन. ट्रॉपिकल साउथ अमेरिका, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया, और बहुत कम साउथ अमेरिका, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया. वेरी वेरी फ्यू. 0.005% of 5% of the world's population. Is everyone with me? So they are very very less. They are very very less. Nomadic herders. So these are herders, pastoral nomads, and hunters. I have already told you these are there. अच्छा, shifting cultivation कहाँ है? Shifting cultivation. Can I say equatorial rainforest, equatorial and tropical forests? कुछ नाम बताओ जरा मुझे. Some names of shifting cultivation. Can you tell me? मिल्पा. मिल्पा, मिल्पा मेक्सिको में होता है. जूम, जूम इज इन इंडिया. लद्दाख, ये कहां पर है? मलेशिया. मिल्पा मेक्सिको में. हुमा, नॉट हुमा कुरेशी, हुमा. इसे कुछ लोग एकदम से कुछ और ही सोचने लगते हैं. चेना, श्रीलंका. इंडिया में भी कई नाम है इसके, वर्ली एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, बट हम इंडिया की बात नहीं कर रहे. Everyone, 2 types of agriculture, are they found somewhere in the world? Yes or no? True. But actually, would you call them as agricultures? Are they really agriculture? No, they are primitive. They are just the start of agriculture. I would not call them the real agriculture. Real agriculture तो नहीं कहना चाहूँगा. Is everyone with me on this? So nomadic herding, shifting cultivation. If you are with me, kindly confirm your understanding. ये दो हो गए कैटेगरी या नहीं हो गए? Are we done? If any questions, please ask. Okay. So nomadic herding, shifting cultivation done. अब हम आते हैं rudimentary, sedentary tillage. Tillage means farming. Intensive subsistence tillage. Intensive subsistence tillage with paddy dominance. Intensive, once again, subsistence tillage without paddy dominance. Is everyone okay? With paddy dominance, without paddy dominance. Everyone with me? Done? With and without paddy dominance. ये भी कर दिया हमने. with and without paddy dominance. Is everyone with me on this? Next पे आते हैं, sixth one, subsistence crop and livestock farming. Mediterranean agriculture near subsistence. फिर से एक लाइन डाल दो. Is everyone okay with 7 types? Can you see I'm drawing freehand lines? आप भी बना सकते हैं. That will be better to stick to that. Now once again we have Mediterranean agriculture, commercial and new world. So near subsistence and yes, yeah. Livestock ranching, commercial grain farming, commercial livestock and crop farming. I hope you understand this is called mixed farming, commercial dairy farming, specialized horticulture and olericulture. Specialized horticulture and olericulture. Industrial crops. Collective farming. Commercial plantation. We'll be looking at them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 types. These 16, I will reduce them into 5 types. And then we will see. Is everyone okay? What's the time? 13:09. Break le le. 10-minute break, everyone. I will explain all this. We will also look at the handout for this after this. and then we will start. Till then, let me upload the file for this. This file has already been uploaded for you. We will see. Basis of classification. So everything that we talked of, basis of classification, regional pattern, natural environment, human environment, the criteria. Remember 5 functional forms. These are the 5 functional forms. And what each functional form means: intensiveness of input, disposal of farm product, ensemble of structure. Ensemble is the farm structure. So everything has been given. What I've explained, the detailed part of it is given here also. Is everyone okay with this? This is what I want everyone to keep in mind. Next. Classification of world agriculture. In classifying the world agriculture, 4-level framework was recognized by Anderson. So ये Anderson ने किया. Sir, ये Anderson क्या है? Everyone, this is modified Whittle से. तो अभी मैं बताने वाला हूँ. So are we done with Whittle से? पहले तो ये बताओ, ये लिख लिया आपने? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Is everyone okay? Now, in classifying the world's agriculture, a 4-level frame was recognized by Anderson in 1970, namely ecological subsistence, commercial, collective. So ecological or near ecological, subsistence level, commercial level, and cash cropping. So that is what we are going to do. The framework, as outlined by Whittle say, is under this. So Whittle say, do we know? Now what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to make it easier for us by sub-classifying it. What am I going to do? I'm going to sub-classify it. Okay? How am I going to do? Everyone tell me. Does this one, we call this as number 1, or let me call it as A. A. Does it impact the nature too much or less compared to other agricultural forms? Compared to other activities, does this impact the same or less? Everyone. Same or less? Less. So can I call it ecological type and near ecological type? Can I call this as A? Both of them as A. Now, what is rudimentary sedentary tillage? ये अभी भी बहुत कम जगह पर है. Central, South and Central America and Africa. This is rudimentary, means very primitive. Sedentary means first time when the shifting cultivators, they decided to settle. Do you get that? When they decided to settle, then this comes as the rudimentary sedentary. This is very primitive type. वही मैंने बोला, hand tools, nothing. That is it. अच्छा. Intensive subsistence, paddy dominance. Can you think of some area in the world where that comes to your mind? Intensive subsistence with paddy dominance. Some area that comes to your mind? I would say Eastern India, really not whole of India. Eastern India, Bangladesh, Southeast Asia, Laos, Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia. Yes or no? Is everyone with me on this? यहाँ पर होगा. So intensive subsistence tillage with paddy dominance. So Eastern India, East Asia, Southeast Asia. East and Southeast Asia. ठीक है. अच्छा, without paddy dominance means wheat आ जाएगा. ये कहाँ पर हो गया? Can I say Northwest India, Pakistan? Hear that? I would want to say North China because colder area, no? So that is there. अफ्रीका में ना ये आ नहीं रहा है. कहाँ पर है नॉन पैडी डोमिनेंस? अफ्रीका में ज्यादा कुछ है नहीं. अफ्रीका में फिर डेजर्ट आ जाता है इन द ट्रॉपिकल एरिया. इन द ट्रॉपिकल एरिया यू विल फाइंड मोर ऑफ अ डेजर्ट कमिंग ओवर देयर. डू वी गेट दैट? अब ये जो वो है ना नॉन पैडी डोमिनेंस में आपको बताता हूँ. व्हीट होगा, बार्ले होगा. Do you know what these are? Rabi crops. These are temperate crops. Africa largely lies in the tropical one. So Africa में वही खत्म हो जाता है. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is over. So Africa will not have that. अच्छा. Eastern India done. Southeast Asia done. Central and West India done. Can I say Central India also has this thing? Northwest India, Central India में भी गेहूं हो रहा है. MP में हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है? So that is happening. And then like other dry land, dry zone crops, those are also happening over there. So that is continuing. But if I go to Pakistan, now from Pakistan I'm going further west on Iraq, Iran, Turkey. तो इधर क्या हो रहा है? Crops are not possible because it is becoming drier or not. Iraq, Iran, Turkey, up to Turkey if we are going, is the moisture reducing? Okay, so instead of that, what will happen? We'll have animals, especially goats. Yes, so animals are coming. So what will this be? Pakistan, Iraq, Iran, Turkey. Can I say Western India also? Haryana, Rajasthan, जानवर होंगे या नहीं होंगे? अच्छा, these animals, do they give a lot of output, milk and meat? Do they give a lot of it? आपको लगता है कि राजस्थान में गोट का मिल्क ज्यादा होगा? गोट हमेशा कम देती है भाई. It is like a poor farmer looking at the goat, feeling sad that this goat does not give much milk, and the goat also looks back with the same look towards the farmer, did you give anything to eat? Then what are you expecting me to do? True or not? You don't have fodder to give me, very bhikari type के, and looking at me to deliver like an Australian one. Yes or no? So इसलिए word use किया, subsistence, rudimentary. Get that? So can you see this whole area? Can I consider it as B type? B, and I will call it B will be. This pen go. Sorry, the pen becomes touch sensitive in between. Can I call this as a subsistence type? So instead of mugging up all of them, what am I doing? I'm simplifying them. I put them in a category called subsistence type. Is everyone with me on this? Subsistence type. True. So how can Mediterranean agriculture be subsistence? Mediterranean agriculture is never subsistence. Well, Mediterranean is not the rich countries. Mediterranean, can we think about West Asia? Remember African countries also, Northern Africa, even Europe, Italy, Greece, Portugal, are they poor or not? So they're not having, like Mediterranean agriculture, which is very, very commercial. So agriculture hota kahan pe Mediterranean agriculture, if you remember, no? Say for example, this is North America. So deserts are around 25 to 30 degrees. This is the desert belt, and here what do we have? This is the belt of shifting belt of rainfall, no? Winter rain. This is Medi type. Similarly, in South America, if you see, this is the Atacama Desert, and after that we have this belt, the Santiago region. Now these two are modern world, modern day agriculture. यहाँ पर क्या modern day Mediterranean agriculture. But if we are looking at Africa, is everyone okay? Now this is also Mediterranean region. True or not? But in this Mediterranean region where you read, wine is happening, grapes are happening, and all those things are happening. True or not? So this is very subsistence type. But here it is what? Commercial type. So what Whittlesey did was, Whittlesey divided Mediterranean region into two categories. One is near subsistence, other is the new world. What is the new world? Australia. Yes. USA, the California region. Chile region, which we are talking about. This is the new world. What is happening here? Viticulture. What is viticulture? Wine. Grape theory. Yes or no? So this is about the place where viticulture is happening, horticulture is happening. So this is happening on commercial lines for the market. It is happening on commercial line for the market. Is everyone with me on this? Everyone clear? Any question, please ask. If you have any question, please ask. Okay, now what? Livestock ranching. Livestock ranching आपने कहाँ सुना है? Temperate grassland पे जनरली क्या है? थोड़ा सा जो dry land of Western USA, Southeast South America, Central Asia. आपने सुना Central Asia से horses used to come and all those things. Central Asian horses, Mongolian region horses and all that. That is what we are talking about. Do we get that? Dry land, Western USA, Southeast South America. So if you think of Argentina, remember Argentina, New Zealand में भी कुछ ranching हो रही है, ठीक है? थोड़ा बहुत हो रहा है, not too much. ये कहाँ पर हो रहा है? Commercial grain farming, temperate grasslands, steppes. अभी आपने देखा यूक्रेन स्टेपीज में because of the war, the price going up. Yes, prairies, the downs of Australia, everywhere this is happening. Okay, some places where we find like there's a mixed farming also happening. So crop is also there, livestock. But sir, this was happening here also. Number 6. What is the difference between number 6 and number 11? Number 6 is ekdam very bhikari. True or not? Number 6 is ekdam poor one. Yes or no? Number 6 is absolutely poor one. But here it has become commercial. Do you get that? So ये क्या हो गया? कहाँ पर हो रहा है? This is happening in Europe, Argentina, New Zealand. Compare this with the poor farmer of Rajasthan here. Indian farmer with the farmer of Argentina. Huge land holding, high. The cattle is also giving high yield and everything is happening. Amazing work for them. इनका तो बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है. True. Commercial dairy farming. So what is commercial dairy farming? 90% of the world's milk, 90% of global milk market. Sir, India is the biggest producer. हाँ हाँ हम लोग दूध पी भी जाते हैं ना सब. More than 90%. So बाहर जो chocolates बन रही हैं and everything that is happening. So UK is a big place. Denmark is a big place. New Zealand is a big place. Heard of that? तो यूरोप हो गया. Northeast USA. Yes, Western Europe, they have it. अच्छा इधर क्या है? ये specialized fruits and vegetables. ये कौन कर रहा है? Have you heard of truck farming? Truck farming, commercial gardening. Britain में truck farming. और यूएस में उसको बोलते हैं सूटकेस फार्मिंग. In US, we call it the suitcase farming. But yeah, that is also working for them. Is everyone with me on this? So they are growing only for the market. Achha, tell me some industrial crops that you know of. Industrial crop. Industrial crop. Industry में जो use होता है. Cotton is one. Cotton. Mostly, I would say आप सब fiber ये सब ना commercial crop में होंगे. Cotton and all, I would rather keep them as commercial crops में. चलो cotton को मैं industry में ले भी रहा हूँ. आपने सुना होगा Britishers forced Indians to grow this. Indigo. Remember नील की खेती. Dye. Lac होता है lac. Flax. Jute. So these are all fiber crop. Cotton, flax, jute, these are fiber crop. Indigo, dye, lac, they are in the industry. Is everyone with me on this? Are we clear? Any question, any doubts? Please ask. Where are we now? Collective farming. Collective farming से पहले Anderson decided to call this as C. Tobacco plantation में आ जाएगा. Okay. What is C? Can I say commercial system? Subsistence type system. Collective farming. Where is collective farming happening? Anywhere collective farming happening. Collective farming in the world. ये तो आपको समझ में आ गया. I'm asking about collective farming. So I want to tell you this type of agriculture no longer exists in the world. But when he gave the classification 1936, it existed. USSR, where the communist system were operational. There were collective farms which were called as Sovkhozy. Sovkhozy means Soviet farm, Soviet government's farm. Kolkhozy. Kolkhozy means region or village will have its ownership, collective farm. Is everyone okay? Sovkhozy and Kolkhozy. Sovkhozy and Kolkhozy. Everyone okay? So can I consider this as a separate one? And can I say that D no longer exists? And what is this commercial plantation? Commercial plantation is the plantation of rubber, tea, coffee, cloves, और क्या हमारे डाउन साउथ कोकोआ, sugar cane. अभी आप सुन रहे palm oil, palm cultivation, etc. So this will be called as E. E is the collective system. I hope you were able to finish that in one page. I wanted Whittlesey to come in one page, and instead of remembering, if you are remembering 16, are you able to see them in 5 also? ये 5 किसने दिए हैं? Who has given them? Anderson, 1970. Sir, both D and E are collective. No, D and E are not collective. D is collective system. E is, sorry, my mistake. I wrote it as collective. This will be commercial system. E will be called as commercial, or you can call it commercial को भी हटाते हैं. Cash cropping कर दें इसे. That will be better. Cash cropping system. Is everyone okay? So he is one of the earliest ones. He is one of the earliest ones, and this is what he has done. This is what he has achieved. I want everyone to have a look and understand what has been done in this. Everyone clear? Any questions? Please ask. Okay. Chaliye then. Let us look at this. The classification of world agriculture: ecological, neo-ecological, subsistence, commercial, cash cropping, and collective. All of them over here. True. Okay, perfect. Now I would want you to see some maps for this. This is the map of Whittlesey. Just have a look. Nomadic herding. Where is it? It is here. Can you see? Look at the rice dominance, paddy dominance, and non-paddy dominance. Everyone. That will make it easy for you. Paddy and non-paddy dominance. Everyone. Paddy and non-paddy dominance. Can you see India itself? Eastern part is paddy dominance. True or not? Yes or no? Primitive sedentary. Can you see primitive sedentary also over here? Is everyone okay? Is everyone with this? So this is one map. अब ये बताओ map बनाना मुश्किल है. If you're not able to make the map, can you give these examples which I've done for you instead of the map? This is also possible or not? Sometimes the map looks very complex. Yes, everyone. So that is why I often keep on giving you these tools also. Everyone with me? Any question? Please ask. So 5 types Anderson ने दिए, मैंने सुना नहीं. कोई बात नहीं पूरी, आपने सुना नहीं, मैंने यहाँ पे लिख दिया. In classifying the world's agriculture, a 4-level frame was recognized by Anderson, namely ecological, subsistence, commercial, and collective. और इसी में हमने ecological, near ecological number 1, second is subsistence, third is commercial, and fourth में cash cropping और collective को हमने 2 में डाल लिया. Can you see that? This was fourth and this was fifth. Is everyone okay? So Purvi, you have it in written also. Don't worry. My job was to first see, if you just read it now, most people just read it and they say, I understood. But what is there to understood? Don't you think that the challenge lies in writing it? And once you have taken the pains of writing it, you have also visualized kaun kahan par milega. So does it go to the memory also? And even in memory, when we have reduced it to ABCD, does it make our life further easy? Yes. So suppose they ask, what is the contemporary change in the Whittlesey's regions? Suppose a question comes, what is the change in the contemporary Whittlesey's regions? So I would say the commercial plantation is going good, but because of global supply chain, the plantation is not moving. Is everyone okay? Can I say commercial grain farming in temperate grassland still happens, but because of Ukraine war, steppes में नहीं हो रहा है? Can I say that? Can I say region 1 nomadic herding and shifting cultivation is very rare now? It has reduced further down. True or not? Can I say intensive subsistence tillage of paddy and non-paddies in India and Southeast Asia and China are progressively improving also? Are they improving or not? Are they improving? So the situation is changing. Is everyone fine? Is the audio video working or stuck? जल्दी से बता दो मुझे. True. So what I'm saying is that if we have done this classification, it makes our life very easy. It makes our life easy. It makes our understanding easy. We have looked at the diagrams also and the maps also, and as a result, whatever we are looking at, that will also happen. Everyone with me? अगर कोई question है तो पूछिए. So I've shown you some of the maps also. ये क्या लग रहा है? Intensive agriculture. Intensive agriculture. Can you see paddy dominance? Without paddy dominance? And can you also see plantations where plantations are happening? So just in case you are wondering how will I make that complex map, I have broken it down. World intensive agriculture plantation. Can you see this? Which one is this? ये फाइल अब घूमती नहीं है क्या? Light full screen. So world plantation. इस slide को घर में print out लेना. And this has already been uploaded. And look at the plantation where there is sugar, where there is cocoa, where there is sugarcane, where there is banana, fruits, and everything. Rubber plantation. Everything has been put on this. Everyone okay with this? तो ये हो गया आपका Whittlesey's classification. Now, if I want you to comment on that, evaluate how was the classification. जल्दी से बताइए क्या आपको अच्छा लगा, क्या आपको अच्छा नहीं लगा. सौरभ बोला very long classification and detail. अच्छी बात है, long क्यों बोले? He's worked on detail part of it. I think one good thing is 1936. No, everyone. 1936. You get milk at your home. There's a sticker. Best before 4 days. 4 days or 3 days. Yes or no? 1936 to 2022. Still applicable. Wow. True or not? The very fact that I can see those regions even till today, knowing that agriculture is dynamic, is so dynamic. Agriculture is so dynamic, things change, broadly applicable. That's amazing. In fact, there are people who have subsequently tried to make those things. In fact, he has acted as the starting point for many people to do this research. True or not? So this is something very special, very unique about Whittlesey. Is everyone with me on this? So ये आपका Whittlesey का classification है और ये हमने इसके लिए कुछ रखा है. तो पहला तो मुझे लगता है कि एक तो आपके आंसर में एरियल डिफरेंशिएशन आना चाहिए. गुड एरियल डिफरेंशिएशन. So this was the whole area. He was able to divide it into A, B, C and D. A, B, C, D, E. That's what he's done. Good. But the question is, do agricultural areas have such well-defined boundaries. Do they have that? Then this is the point where rice will end and wheat will start. True. So now this is cheating. First you tell a person to classify, make regions. Now when he's made region, now oh, to ho hi nahi sakte, li, 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 li. So that's wrong, but I can understand. So he's done that. Okay, so he's done a good thing. I think his 5 parameters were good. I see a real world correspondence. True or not? In real world, I can see that thing is happening to a large extent. I see that modifications can be included. Did you see that also? Modifications can be included. What is happening, contemporary changes and all that. So the dynamism has been sourced into. I think it's a good scheme. I think it is a good scheme. But we can have some evaluation over here. Whittlesey can be judged sound on the basis of observable inherent properties provided the classification and description of the major. I find it very descriptive. True or not? He's describing everything. Somebody said itna sara likha sir, such a long one. Absolutely, I'm with you. But tell me one thing. Isn't areal differentiation descriptive? Remember Hartshorne? Horology. Geography is essentially Kantian. ऐसा कुछ कहा था कि नहीं कहा? हाँ सर, कहा तो था, यही होना चाहिए. Perfectly okay. So I don't think so that's a criticism. The study is most notable because it is based on 5 functional forms. Remember? So that basis is very, very important. These forms are subject to statistical determination in regions in which agricultural consensus is the agriculture census से आप पता कर सकते हैं. It would be desirable if its critical limit for each major function were there. So he has not done a very mathematical one, not very quantitative. But that's okay, no? Quantitative के लिए कोई और काम किया जा सकता है. Whittlesey ने एक और अच्छी चीज की है. Comparative analysis is possible. Yes or no? I can actually do a comparative analysis. Once I have the regions in front of me, can I do a good comparative analysis? Can I learn from them? Yes. Can I even plan that if there is a wheat shortage here, if there is a wheat shortage here in Ukraine because of the war, can I already alert the world, please you grow extra wheat? True or not? Can I identify zones of food shortage in the world? यहाँ पर food shortage हो सकती है future में, something of that sort. Possible or not? That is what I am inviting you to look into. Is everyone with me? So please pay attention. Besides, his study undertakes an inquiry into the observable items in the agricultural landscape for which either sound data are available or field observation help towards an adequate classification of agriculture. So, observable items, whatever we are looking at, very well observable. This classification can act as a good framework for studying and making other models. Institution, cultural, infrastructural, political factors are not static. They will keep on changing. Yes or no? Globally, war will happen or not? So this will cause deviation. Can I say that? So if a question comes that is it still valid? You say that it is valid to a large extent, but on account of various changes. Say for example, लोगों की food habits change. If the food habits are changing, can I say even climate change is causing many things to happen? Certain crops which were happening, the yields are going down. Yes. In India, do you know an example that sugarcane belt shifted from north to south? A similar shift in the cropping happened in case of USA. Cotton textile shifted because of the cotton belt. So that's what we're talking about. Regions emerging from an underdevelopment stage also have changing socio-economic political factors and things keep on changing. Say for example, Indonesia banning what? Palm export. No, अभी तो वहाँ पर palm है. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, India also wants to start a palm mission for Northeast and Andaman. Yes or no? So if India goes ahead with palm mission, so whatever is the vegetation of Northeast, will Northeast appear on the global palm map? Is it there right now? No, it is not. But things will change, and I think it would be wrong to expect Whittlesey to apply under all conditions like this. Is everyone okay? So future के साथ समय के साथ बदलना चाहिए. That is there. Consequently, the pattern of agriculture in these lands are dynamic, require constant appraisal. In the developed areas, the changes are not revolutionary, but are more in the form of trends which may be perceived observation over a number of years. So वहाँ पर भी हो रहा है, developed countries में भी हो रहा है, but उतना deep नहीं हो रहा. Is everyone with me? Any questions? Please ask. If any questions, please ask. So today, I'm a little tired, and even I did not get a Sunday holiday. So I'm sure you are also tired. I'm also tired, and there's a class for evening also. And these models, if I had too many models in a day, it becomes a big challenge. Yes, एक model. अगर कल हमने क्या किया था रोस्टोव में अगर मैं ये भी मिला देता, तो it becomes खिचड़ी. So let us continue this for tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class will be told to you if there is any change in the schedule also. Today's meeting at 11 o'clock did not happen, so that meeting has been rescheduled for this thing. That is that. Nilni is saying homework. Nilni, work on that trade wala finish कर दीजिए. And if you are done with that world trade, we'll be looking at that. One more thing which I want everyone to look at and submit on the channel: SOFI report and Global Hunger Index. State of food insecurity report 2020 है या 2020 sorry 21 होगा 2021 and global hunger index 2021. इनके highlights and spatial highlights is your homework. Find out what is nutrition, what is food insecurity, what is stunting, what is malnutrition. So definitions, definition of nutrition, definition of food security, definition of malnutrition, definition of stunting and wasting. Sir, geography 2021 mains examination question came on stunting and wasting. So whatever I'm doing, I'm keeping in mind the exam also. Is it very clear, everyone? 2 reports, SOFI report, global hunger index. Apart from that, definitions. ये डालना अपने मटेरियल में and put it by evening. तो अभी ऑन रहेगा, रात को मैं उसे बंद करूंगा. So do that. Is everyone okay? And if you did not do the GS live classes, or sorry, general geography live classes, you are invited to attend that 6 PM also. आज हम क्या करेंगे? Geodynamism करने वाले हैं. So I think tectonic theory will be coming. Before that, what do we have? The sea floor spreading, continental drift hypothesis. Earth's interior is done. Earth's interior तो हमने कर लिया. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत वो मैंने questions में डाल देना. So some questions, I think one question on international dateline will also be asked, and apart from that, one answer writing will also happen in that. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow for people who are not coming for the evening class, and make sure you do your homework. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. And this slide, everyone, can you check these once more? At all the material I have put this thing I have put on nutrition also, just in case you're not able to find those definitions. I put in my material also, but I would want you to locate them. Any reports में मिल जाए, GHI and SOFI report will give you that also. And one tuner is a model which I would have started just now, but I'm shifting it to the next class because 2 models generally confuse us. Is everyone okay? Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.